Oh boy. Who's going first off of this then anyway?
Well, Pepper got himself into the red spot first, so I'd imagine
Yeah.
that would have been what happened if issues hadn't arisen.
Yeah, no, that is totally fine. That's just why I'm checking.
And TTS is crashing.
Oh, wonderful.
Oy vey, okay. Wah, wah.
Yeah, that's about this last 10 minutes. Kill.
Meme.
Dot.
Mewtwo. Oh, damn it, not enough letters. Why are these the only words I know? Freaking Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge. I don't remember as much of it for some reason as I do the Dragon Ball stuff, but my god.
It's hard to be more iconic than Princess Trunks.
Yeah, that is indeed the case. That's my first decree. You shall only refer to us.
Okay, attempt 2. Not saving the Sorter this time. Head or tails?
Heads. I think I go second.
Okay.
Fair dues.
Horse.
Oh, I see. That's why. Okay.
Yeah.
Aha.
Okay. So this is another good matchup for you, Sai. I'm going second, so I'm going first, so I may as well just flip.
Ugh.
The old deaders lead.
Yeah, it do happen sometimes. Okay, I am like some levels of confused here, but we shall see.
Yeah. This is a hand. This is a...
Yeah, I'm like all kinds of confused about the stuff in that hand. There seems to be a lot of anti-synergy in that already.
This was a good list, though. This is a proven list. I don't know why, but... Terrace Ball.
Yep.
I will not judge at the moment. I'm just looking at that hand going, two of those cards do not belong in the same hand there. I don't know.
This happens sometimes.
It does, it does.
We've all been forced to dump hands that are objectively good but missing a piece.
Yeah, oh no, it's not necessarily that. It's more, I guess I should say deck, but like, you know.
Take a Deaders to hand.
Yep.
PikaRom in a Greninja.
Okay.
GX. Yeah, the Miss Slash one.
Hey, Dark Box.
Well, there is a water hit,
Olgio
so...
GX.
Ah, I see. I see where we're going. No, I think I'm alright into this.
Yeah, we'll see.
Venture MewMew. Venture Nikada. Lysander Labs.
Yeah, this and this do not belong in the same deck. I'm sorry.
Go Gallop-Tord. Go get.
Yeah, I know, but like, there's two of them.
Discard
Come on.
this.
Yeah, saying that, I'm not as
Lys-
concerned.
Lysander Labs shuts off Shedinja when it's attached, right? Because it's
Yes,
a tool.
it does.
So, like, that's what I mean. It's like, I don't...
Don't tell
These
me.
don't belong in the same deck, Todd.
At least he plays Hapu.
Yeah, okay, objectively a good deck.
I'm waiting for you to discard yet another stadium, and this is just slowly edging in my favor.
It's all. I will admit I don't believe I have seen this list, but it doesn't matter. Like I say, I'm amused, but
Take these two. Discard. No, that was... hang on, that was mixed up. Let's see. Yeah, that was one for hand. These are the four. Four for discard.
Yeah.
in theory, that could be a problem. Tag purges is quite an awkward thing to have, at least.
Mention of an Incada. Attach a fire to my MewMew. And pass it to you there.
Greens.
It's pretty good.
Oh, it's very good. I'm going to grab that and... That's probably good for next turn.
Yeah.
Poke Gear 3.0.
I feel like that should have been played before the greens, but you know.
It would have gotten me a greens anyways, so...
Fair enough. Well, we don't know that because deck shuffle, but fair enough. Unless you were just looking at the top bit. But no, I'm just looking at it going, well, if it could have whiffed more easily because you picked a supporter out, right?
Energy Spinner.
That's pretty strong.
It is very tempting to actually Mind Shock, but...
Well, I don't know
I
how
think
you'd be
that's
doing
correct.
that considering you can't welder this turn. You've already greens.
I mean,
so...
next turn...
I think
I know that there are 2 stadiums gone right now. I'm fairly comfortable plopping this down.
Understandable.
And Evil Admonition.
70 at the moment, yeah.
Yep.
Actually, no, it isn't, right? Because Power Plant means they have no abilities to play. There is an anti-synergy
Alright.
there, but like that, to be fair, you're also meaning that Mew doesn't do anything. So I think you're probably
Yeah.
okay with that. Yeah, this is one of those sort of weird bits that, I mean, I don't know if we ever came across this with Garbodor, but it's one of the weird ways of with ability lock per se nowadays, is that stuff just has their ability deleted as opposed to it just not have, just having no effect. It's they do not have abilities, so it does in fringe cases affect stuff like this, but I think that's okay here.
Harpu?
Yep.
Dig Lady goes dig. She is the ground type one after all, so
Team Power Plants. I think I got this shit. Guarding those.
weakness card energy in this one, huh? Okay. I mean, yeah, I guess it kind of makes sense because like we're not playing Jirachi, I suppose. So it's typically just not something I expect to see until next round.
Attach a fire to MewMew. Gotta pass it back to you there.
Yep.
need my abilities right now, so I'll take evil admiration for 10. Sort of.
Admiration. He admires you. He admires you greatly.
Brains exploration.
I'm just messing, obviously.
Like, this is kind of a dead. This is a deaders with no welder kind of lead, so it's a bit weird.
First ball.
That's a pain.
Yeah, listening's a bit of a problem when there's a stadium that shuts abilities away here, huh?
Yeah.
Attach metal energy, attach frying pan, and again we will even evil admonition for 10.
Like, it's a slow hit, but yeah, you like inevitably see what's coming and go, I don't know about this one. Power Plant really is a nasty card against the right type of deck, and
this is certainly that.
oh yeah.
This board is. Giant half, Whoop Stadium.
Yep.
Discard Red's challenge.
Yeah, for the half.
Yeah, for the half, sorry.
2 fires. Because Viridian Forest wasn't good enough, right? Now we've got to have it doubled.
Welder. 2 onto the MewMew.
Yep.
3. Manual attached to Deaders. Pay retreat.
Well, at least Tag Purge can't happen at the moment.
That line.
Oh, he's got 2 of them things in here, okay. I suppose so.
Yeah, Thord made choices.
He certainly did.
Shedinja.
Yep.
Yep.
Vessel of Life.
It's a tool. It now provides 1 prize reduction on the thing.
And I'm going to use Charizard's Flamethrower to get... Oh, wait, I don't even KO.
It's not going to KO because of
I just
resistance. 120.
Okay,
You don't have... I don't think you have an attack that
I will
can.
use Turbo Strike.
Yeah. So that's
Just
100.
damage.
100 damage through resistance. This Hooper is an asshole. It comes up quite a bit, doesn't it?
Yep.
Oh.
Attach metal energy.
Oh, I don't know if I would do it that way, but okay.
How would you do it then?
Okay, right. Read the second effect on Lucario Melmetal's GX attack.
Ah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you
That'll
gotta
definitely
get
be
you gotta
funny.
get in there this turn. Like, I know you want the metal energy, you might need to do something else to ensure that you can, like, get there, but you gotta get in there without this turn. The thing is, usually when this deck has been played so far, it's just been full metal wall on, like, the first turn going second, so we don't have the extra energy on to do this.
Yeah, I misplayed this open because I didn't understand what this... I forgot that existed, I'll be honest.
Yeah, so now we could do the thing with it. So then we draw the 3.
Do I do that? Is that excessive?
No, I think it's probably reasonable, considering you don't want more energy to get piled down here, right?
Actually, do I use it first?
You could use it if you want. You've got a card that's worth discarding for it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because...
Discard metal frying pan, get 2 fire.
Do things in the appropriate order here to make sure this goes as intended, because otherwise, yeah, we're just doing weirdo stuff with it.
Power plant and full metal wall GX.
Yep. So for the rest of the game, metal Pokemon take 30 less damage, but also because there's extra energy on this thing, yeah, every single energy on that active Pokemon gets discarded as well, which is pretty brutal. Not gonna lie.
Cherish Ball.
I think the only thing I'd have done even differently there would have been saving the metal energy and getting the fire discarded or something instead from the Hooper, but it's not that much of a deal at the moment, I don't think.
Getting Lucario, GX, Giant Half, second one, discard Lucario, get 1 fire, Welder, 2, yeah, another Turbo Strike, 2 fires.
A whole 40 damage coming out with it here because you've got resistance and the metal frying pan and the full metal wall at this point, so it's minus 80 on that, so yeah. And yeah, this is the 4th stadium card that's come down now, so
yeah, I think I got a really bad setup here for this matchup. Partially because of pride stopped me from doing what I wanted to do, partially because of a bad opener that ditched 2 of my stadiums and my Mars Shadow.
And yeah, we will Steel Fist.
So it's 50 and accelerates a metal to itself from deck.
Power plant
Yeah,
is just that good.
I'll deck myself.
There's
Yeah.
one
This
more.
fucker for this matchup.
Yeah, getting through effects of everything would be like a one-time thing, yeah.
It's also something that can attack under Power Plant.
Yeah, actually attacking with it is a thing. It might work.
Yeah, I'd bench it in this matchup. It's an attacker.
Yeah, I'm like, you might be able to make it work.
Yeah, just something I can use to get past that bloody Power Plant. But as soon as I see it lose to me, it's like, shit, I gotta have that.
Hmm. Yeah, this does look kind of severely rough. It's possible, but this does kind of look rather
I will
rough
go
considering.
first.
Yeah.
And that was with 2 mulligans in the opener as well. It's like,
I did lead dead as it doesn't help, but
yeah, but I mean, you play like 3 of them looking at that, so
that's actually down from Tall's list. I made one change.
exactly.
I got
So
opening
like,
the stupid thing. I got sick of sick of opening it. Okay. Oh yeah, I need to. Actually, do I need to mess it up here? No, I don't think I do. I can just roll Hapu. Hapu!
fair enough.
Uh-huh. Yes, game. That is a 6 I want to see. That is a 6.
I'm just looking at go. That probably would just do it. Getting as many attachments as possible early against this seems like the best idea to me. But what do I know?
Discards?
Yeah, there's the
Okay,
water
no.
energy. That's a lot of energy going away, though.
Yeah, I'm not upset seeing that.
Like, kind of a
It
what the hell Hapu moment.
It probably just means that Turbo Striker's got to happen earlier than you'd like, but I don't know.
Mention of a MewMew. Okay. Actually, what happened to MewMew here? Do I... Actually, no, I'll Cherish Ball first. Okay. Get this. Yeah, I kind of want that down here, don't I? We lessons learned from Hyper. Go. Lessons learned from fun. Deck check. Both of those. Should we continue what we've got? Get Reshazard. Bench that. Fire on the Reshazard and pass.
That's painfully close to what I want for turn 1.
Yeah.
Brains.
Greens is still pretty strong, mind you.
That has to come out. Oh, that's down.
So funny that my guy was like, you know, Keldeo is a card that exists. I guess we need a counter to that, and just plays probably like 1 water energy and a thing here. You know?
Frying pan and spinner. Catch frying pan, energy spinner.
Yeah, makes sense. Oh, that's not good.
I'm just gonna hold my stuff here and not look.
Yeah, that's alright. I flipped it over at the very least. Uh-oh. You alright, Pepper?
Yeah, I got DC'd.
Yeah, I saw that. That's I flipped it. I flipped the hand over.
Not Not sure what happened there.
Yeah, that's why I was just like, I don't know exactly, but I was just like, just in case.
I didn't know anything was wrong until because I didn't see the flip over on my side. So I thought, okay, so I just playing the game.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you see. Oh,
Well, it was metal.
I did see the energy thing. It was
Yeah.
metal firefighter.
And
Yeah,
the
spinner.
the attach is the last thing that's happened here so far. Just the metal to the active.
Okay, so metal to active.
Yep. Probably no better turn to do it. Full metal wall.
So obviously no energy to discard, but it wouldn't discard this time anyway. So now it's just a case of.
Wait, so I know the full metal wall active.
Yep. Fair dues. I mean, the flipping of the GX marker is a good enough thing for it, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, good point.
That's just me. I mean, I know it could be with a
I
different attack sort of thing, but like in this one, yeah.
Giant half, discard Lucario.
Good old Solgaleo going already. I mean, you kind of needed that considering.
Yeah, that has to.
If you put down that last turn, it would have been
Well,
very
that-
scary for you.
Yeah, I would have been destroyed by it. I'll be honest, because I would have probably just. Well, I might have welded to the rescue zard, considering that's what was like picked up. But I would have definitely like put the half down and gotten that last turn. So I probably would have fell for it. But at the same time, I look at it going, well, now I have like 3 energy on this guy from turn 1, so or 2 and 1 here, whichever way around it goes. So like, who's really laughing, you know?
Actually fight to the Rayquaza and Double Strike. Fire to it.
See, that's the potential problem bit.
Actually, yeah, that is a problem. I don't know if I can deal with. Yeah, no, I can't deal with that right now.
Yeah, I gotta say, if you didn't have a Summon down, I was about to light stand the labs your whole day. I was about to...
So, I can't help but feel like the green should have at least gone to Cherish Ball the previous turn, right? Am I wrong for thinking it should have been Cherish Spinner as the thing with
it's
it?
an option.
Like,
I was
like,
also
you
wondering,
have to
do I play
respect it.
around Custom Catcher, dragging that one in instead?
I mean, that's still possibly a thing, but it's like, if Custom Catcher happens, then at least you've still got the energy on the active one, right?
Yeah, like you had to fear just getting benched out of the game at that point, because you saw Labs last game. You know I'm on it, up 2 of them. I also on Red's challenge to find it, so you have to assume I have access to it. I'm doing something this brazen. Because once Labs is down, you're hit for weakness again, and well, bye-bye you.
I mean, weakness doesn't matter.
It does when Labs is in play. That's the point.
I mean, it doesn't matter. It's going to kill me regardless.
Well, only if it's got 6 energy on it.
Yeah, I need 6 to do the big double blaze.
Yeah, the entire point is your Metal Frying Pan turns off the fire weakness if Labs isn't in play, right? So, if it's got to be the whole shebang, you've got to have the lab and get that, you know, obviously.
Straw. I had no access to Weld at that turn at all. Unless I went really deep with Cherish Ball, all into Deaders.
Which you probably would, to be fair, with a hand like that.
Oh yeah, it's a game shot, yeah. Yeah, I had a lab, so I didn't need to. It was just pay retreat, labs, bonk.
So, yeah, this is a matchup that exists. Jeez.
Yeah.
You're still going second side?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, if he's going second, then yeah.
Yeah, my brain just went, hang on a minute. half. He's got Solgio for half.
Solgaleo, yeah.
Solgaleo.
I do
No,
that sometimes
it's
as
a
well, it's
lion!
fine.
It's a lion! It has Leo in its name!
Yeah, you're saying Solageo. As in Solageo, right?
I'm not just saying what I think I'm saying.
There you go, that's why I'm just... Yeah, as you say, it's a lion, therefore Leo. Oh dear. Don't mind me, I'm just being a butt as usual. It's fine.
Yeah, nothing changed there then.
Nope. You wouldn't have it any other way anyway, let's be real.
Okay. Two fires. Welder. Two fires onto the active.
Yep.
Three. Cherish Ball. Search Reshizard. Bench. Tap Weakness Guard energy to Reshizard. Pass it there.
Alright, let's get this show on the road, shall we?
Giant Hearth Switch. Patch Fire Energy, Welder.
Do we want to attach the fire here? It doesn't really do anything, does it? Because you're
Actually,
going to weld it 2 fires.
Yeah, it's just Welder the 2 instead.
And draw 3.
43.
Oh, that's tempting. It's risky, though.
Yeah, I can see why the danger is there for sure.
Power plant. Full Metal Wall. Discarding energy.
Yep.
Because it doesn't need a medal specifically for it. It is one colorless to use the attack and one colorless extra, or any extra energy to do the thing. It's kind of annoying.
Thankfully, we don't have DCE.
Yeah, yeah. Twin energy wouldn't work on this thing either, so... Because that excludes GX and Pokemon V, so... Can Twin Energy or Shaman, however, so, you know, design decisions.
Half up Stadium. Red Challenge. Discard Espeon Deoxys. Solideo. Solgaleo.
There you go, we're getting there. If it makes you feel any better, on the Uncommon Energy podcast, Azul was saying SQ instead of IceQ for the longest time with it. He's only just recently managed to break that habit, so you are not the only one.
Get a Deaders. Get a Deaders. Deaders. Discard MewMew and a Shed.
Very good, very colourful. Okay, well at least we know we can't welder this turn, considering we've used the reds already. So
Yeah. Figure out where to go this turn then. Ghost ball.
yeah, get another potential attack into rotation is always a good thing.
This can go up to 260. Yeah.
You need to hit 290 to take it out.
Yeah.
Which unfortunately Flare Blitz GX does not do because of resistance. So
Yeah.
it's 10 shot.
Oh, obnoxious.
Yep.
Ren, discard it for half.
Greninja's a pretty good one because that get that 2 shots regardless of what else is going on. So it's 2 fires, by the way, because since that wasn't shown.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have to be fair. If I get at Sai for doing it, I have to get at you as well.
Yeah, I don't mind that. That's a perfect mistake. Attach water. And do I have anything here I actually do? I don't think I do.
No, I think Greninja's on the bench, mon, right? For
Technically
Dark Mist.
not. Yes, that's a bad idea because I've got no target.
Yeah, because it's bench only, right? Is the thing for it?
Yeah.
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 So,
So it's just a pass from there.
which one do I do? Well, I think limiting your energy attaches is always going to be the thing. Custom catcher in the debtors.
Oh yeah, I can see that because it kind of annoys the setup at the moment, huh? Yeah, I understand that. Because it's now you've got to pay basically you're forcing an energy pay to retreat as well as not being able to yeah, I understand that.
It's sort of... It stops me getting Flare Strike next turn.
I mean, if I find Welder, Double Blade is a win from here because you haven't actually get that hand.
Yeah, but then you can't pay for Double Blaze with a weakness guard energy.
Oh yeah, chef.
Triple fire, yep.
Right.
So that technically still works. I get the point.
Yeah, Deaders is still. Yeah, Deaders. Doesn't he?
And it's like, oh, this thing has resistance too, oh, but it literally doesn't
Should
matter.
be- Should it be that?
All the attacks this deck can pay for, it cannot pay Tingly return.
Oh dear. That's hilarious.
I think I should grab that. It's... Yeah, we'll do these two. Make sure that gets...
Oh, we are just going in, huh? Okay. We'd just be like, alright, this one guy is going to survive and that's all there is to it. Alright, I can vibe with that.
Double Blaze isn't happening, Flash Strike's probably not happening, Outrage is a bit of a pain, but not the worst thing. And Steel Fist.
Okay, it's 30 because I have resistance.
Yep.
But it doesn't matter because the heavy impact is 130 anyway, so that's why I'm like, it really does not matter whether it is resisted or not.
Also part of the reason I thought to drag this in.
Can I afford to... Can I afford to... I don't think I can actually with this hand. It's gonna have to be the Harpoo.
Hapu's not Welder, so...
Yeah, that's a very good thing to see here with it.
That's discards.
Yep.
That is the third of the MewMews. Yeah. Yes.
Attach fire to the Reshizard. Discard Deaders for Giant Half.
I'm surprised we still have 2 in there, considering. Because there's 3 in here right now, so I'm surprised that still worked.
And pass it there because I can't really miss.
Watch Trainer. Yeah, that's a good draw. Cherish Ball.
Yeah, because we've fully powered up this one, we might as well try and get another one set up, eh?
Frying Pan. Fire Energy. I can't let you have that. Reset Stamp.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops.
Just so you know, I pulled 2 wells off that Harpoo.
Yeah, I can't let you have that.
We know there's like 3 or 4 energy minimum in that hand because of the way the halves have gone, so it makes sense.
I wish I could disrupt the hearth, but that's not happening. Heavy impact for the KO.
Yeah. His hand.
Yeah, that is one of the few flaws in the hand at the moment. Yeah, is we haven't found the stadium card yet, but. Yeah, I have nothing to really say in terms of quote-unquote help on this one because I have no idea. Just look at this going, I have no fucking clue what to say with this one.
My plan is to win. I think must stay. Stay now. Hatch Psychic. And we got it.
I'm not sure what the Greninja does off the top of my head. I'm just going to keep a spare counter just in case.
If it does come out, it's 130 unaffected by everything.
I meant on the first attack.
Yeah, that is the first attack. The second one's the GX attack that bounces something from the bench back to hand.
Yeah, I'm just going to do that then. This slash. You're not two-shotting me, so I'll two-shot you.
130, yep. Oops.
Double
Yeah.
Great
That's the problem with that plan.
Oops, Trainer. No targets for that. Though it is a stadium bump.
We have another one as well,
Is it the
don't we?
stadium bump I want to do, though?
In this spot? Yeah, power plant seems pretty good. We're just forcing more and more answers to be found with this stuff here is the best bit, I think. That's 2 half that are down. The labs are still possible, but that's 2 half that are down.
And we'll heavy impact for 150.
150. Punish for being aggressive last time. Feeling. I do have to play as Harpu then. We were decking myself, but no, I have to go in here.
We're still a ways away from that.
Yeah. And Harpu of all time here.
Excellent.
No communication for you.
He's discarding his phone whilst he does this as well, yeah.
You have a Labs bump.
Okay.
Match 5 to the Reshizard. And we'll Turbo Strike this time.
Yep. It's for 40, right?
But yeah, this for 40.
Minus the pan.
Oh, this yeah, right. That's actually off because of Lysander Labs. So yeah, 30 more than that. So it'll be up, yeah, up to 100. Yeah, I'm just used to default sort of numbering off it, but that's fine. I know what I want to do this turn, but that's it's the usual bit, isn't it? The one thing you want to do every turn, Binky Boy, is like heal this thing up entirely. The same thing we do every turn. Make this impregnable to damage.
So do I want to draw 3 or do I want to draw 4? I think what I want to do is Fiery Flint here, discarding Pokegear, and I don't want to discard that, I want to discard this. If I get these two out, I'm thinning the deck for more options. Coach Trainer. And that is definitely an option.
The same thing we do every turn, Binky Boy. Ah, dear.
And it's not Power Plant, but Coronet. I'll attach a fire because I haven't attached return. And we will heavy impact for the KO.
Okay, Reshizard and the Dreams. Big prize game, let's go. No, no. Well done, 2. Perish Ball. Charizard GX.
Yep, this guy does indeed have 2 different artworks. It's always the bit.
We do have a Labs, and we do have a Fly Strike coming out. For you're dead. For you're
Yeah, that's probably gonna do it. Yeah.
Doesn't matter at this point. Yeah.
Yeah. You have to get, if you unless you have a hammer, I still have my GX attack for game there.
Yeah, because being 6 on there, 6 fire specifically has to be the thing. But yeah, yeah, that's the unfortunate bit.
But, like, this game, despite being weak in this matchup, this isn't a horrible game.
No, I think that's actually quite reasonable, to be honest. I think maybe the only thing we could have done instead is I think you were hovering over it, right? You were tempted to like custom up the Zard like initially, so you could discard that.
Yeah, but I'm scared of Welder.
Yeah, but like I mean I guess Welder attached Double Blaze is probably the scary bit with it there, but on the opening turns because you didn't have the pan initially. Oh, we do have a second. Okay, I think that should have been the play then. We do have access to a second reset stamp, right? I think you should have used the... You still do the half thing, or like the Fiery Flint, but discard the Lucario and the Frying Pan you had in the hand to thin the deck, and then go for the gear to get green so you could reset stamp to shoot for the stuff there. Try and disrupt the 6 energy bit. I think is probably the only other bit.
It would have been a reset into 6 though, and I don't know if that would have done it at that point.
It might not have, but I think it's still probably the best shot, considering. The fact of you didn't have to burn the double blaze is probably the winning sort of bit there. But the only reason that ended up being the way it did at the very end is because there was the welder plus all the fires in the hand, right? I
couldn't have known that.
No, you couldn't have, but it's like that might not have happened if the reset stamp sort of dinged it up, because there were quite a few cards in that hand.
I also needed that second Lysander there for that stadium bump to get rid of the pan.
Because otherwise the Flare Strike doesn't work. Yeah, that's the thing. If the second lab isn't there, which again might not happen under the reset, the
I have to find the lab later to get on the next turn to get the next KO.
Yeah, so... Which again, I know it's like you can't know the stuff with that, and that is obviously true, but I'm just looking through, like, because I was looking at it going... Initially, I was looking at it going, I want green so I can get the mixed herb, right? But you drew into that with a coach trainer anyway, so it's like, whatever, that's fine. But, yeah, I think that's what I would have wanted to try and do, is to try and go for the stamp. Still, yeah, as you say, it's not altogether like the worst matchup that you can see with it, despite the fire like potential, because like this is just one dude with it, right? It's not that
you saw in game 1 he got pride. It's like, well, shit, I've got no plan for this matchup now.
Yeah, if you prize that, you're just miserable.
All I've got to do in that case probably is try and Flare Blitz KO something just to hopefully pick this up off the prize and have a game on board. But the fact I had to lose both Lysanders turn 1 as well, that game was not winnable.
And the worst part about that is that, again, even without the Frying Pan, if so Lysander has been in play, Flare Blitz GX does not KO from full health. It is resisted to be 10 short. So even that plan is not necessarily a guaranteed, like surefire victory type part off of it. So, yeah. We mostly saw pretty much everything off of what the Luke Metal stuff can do, but yeah, it tanks all the stuff, it doesn't afraid of anything. That's pretty much it. It's sometimes afraid of fire, but not that often, to be fair. And Power Plant's really good against MewMew and Dedenne abusers and all that fun stuff, so...
In fact, I resist Mewtwo as well, makes me very vicious into a lot of the MewMew matchups.
Yep. Oh yeah. And,
if I wasn't the fire variant, I was probably just dead on matchup.
I don't know. I think
water is probably fine because you can have Caldeo.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess that's what the power plant is for, but you don't one-shot Caldeo at least, so like that can be annoying. I think I could probably compete with the metal one. If only, I know it doesn't do a ton, but we've talked about this before. The fact that I can go Timeless into a KO shot, right? Timeless plus Sky Judgment does get there. So like, and Power Plant is fine.
If
but
you
I
have that,
another thing about this tour list, no Dragonite.
Yep. No Dragonite.
It has this guy instead, but still very. This is a very strange list, but it won Cologne.
Yeah.
It won the Cologne Regionals, pretty much. The only change I made was -1 Deaders plus 1 Harpoo.
Yeah.
That's why I was sick of starting Deaders.
And nothing else. That is the sole reason. No, I can see it.
It practically is. Like, 4 Deaders is overkill.
Maybe, but, like...
You can also flint your Deaders away, so... Well, not flint, but hard.
I'm still playing 3 Deaders. I wouldn't go lower than this. 3 Deaders is... still quite a lot of deader.
Very stuffed cheeks. So there's not much else to really say with it here, but we do have a lot of defense in this thing, and I think I did see some builds on ladder play like the Metal Core Barrier sometimes as well, because if you don't need the weakness removing of the Frying Pan, that just means you are literally not dying that turn, right? Like, come on, -70 for the tool that turn. Ugh.
At that point, if it's not double blaze for 6, it's not killing you.
Yeah.
And if it's double blaze for 6, then
Exactly. So like that I have seen as well. Like weakness guard energy can sort of supplement at that point. There are like ways that you can sort of work in that, and that's just super gross too. But yeah, this thing is. This is a list, alright. So I had mentioned this when I talked about Shedinja before, but like, put this on a tag team, and it technically means you've got to KO 3 tag teams per game, right? Because it, no, it wasn't when this came out. It was with Island Challenge Amulet and the Cosmic Eclipse like thing that's to come out. You effectively have
Your
to.
tag teams are now one prizers, but they haven't seen attacks.
Yeah. Well, you can't. Thankfully, you can't attach both because they are both tools. But yeah, it's like you can effectively reduce the prize count that this gives up. So you might have to go through 3 MewMews in order to win the game, as opposed to 2. And for basically any deck, just about having to go through 3 of these things is really difficult. Not much else to really say about that. It is absolutely just insane to go through 3 tag teams in a single game, right? There's so much HP on this stuff. But otherwise, yeah, somewhat normal lineup of stuff for the Fire MewMew. I mean, they didn't even play Dragonite that often, actually, to be honest. The standouts here, I think, is the double Solgaleo, so you like, really want that as your main thing. I imagine that got abused quite a bit to get the Turbo Strike early. That's probably why For Dedenne was here as well, to be fair, because Harpu is great and all, but it is clogging what you want to do because you want to weld it, so I guess I can understand that sort of bit. Yeah. And yeah, otherwise you've got like the gigantic GX attack of the Charizard. I have played this and do quite like it myself as a thing. Espeon Deoxys' cross division just wins certain matchups, like it goes through Mew and everything, so that's really good. The Latios is actually better in next format because of the ADP stuff, but it can also, if you could get Clear Vision off at the start of the game, you would shut down the damage reduction in this deck a fair bit, so that helps a lot as well.
I assume it's in here for Tag Purge though? 2 Psychics.
Yeah, Tag Purge. Well, the Psychic is just as much for Naganadel as it is for the Latios, and for like cross division.
If you could Clear Purge me, that would be miserable.
Yeah,
or Clear Vision.
Clear Vision, yeah. And Tag Purge wouldn't exactly be a great thing to go against either, right, considering. So, yeah, Latios is really good for a lot of this stuff. Gets better when you can also show off ADP, but that's just because, hey, it's another busted GX attack to shut off. Greninja is really good against Keldeo specifically. There's not a lot of other things that you need it for, but I suppose you would be able to use it in any like stall type matchup, I guess, that playing like the Ninetales, but yeah, that's not very common, let's say, because Ninetales itself isn't very good, so that's fine, but it's a good thing to have for Keldeo specifically.
It also kills Hooper.
Yeah, but Hooper doesn't exist anymore, so that's fine. Like it got rotated. Yeah, I guess it does, but you've got like other things. Yeah, I mean, I guess this deck doesn't have that many other things that would kill it, but like, you know, you could just Flare Strike. That's not a problem, you know? Or even use like Lava Flow for something that way. That discard 2 energy is not that painful necessarily. Does 150, that's enough with resistance, so like it's fine, but I don't think you need to like specifically have this to do that job. This is really for the stuff that you can't actually damage with MewMew otherwise, right? And sorry?
I meant this here for the Mill 5.
Probably, but I mean, Lava Flow is a good attack to have access to, right? Because it is technically infinite damage. Like, if you've done a 6 energy GX attack, then what else are you using the 6 energy for, right? You might as well get a 300 out of that as well, you know? So, so there is that. And of course, yeah, Naganadel, we didn't quite get to see this attack when I played it with the Blacephalon, but this does get to snipe the Dedennes and stuff for one-shots off of the bench, which is pretty good. So, yeah, definitely a big help as well. Reg Challenge is an interesting one to see, but there are a lot of things in this deck that want to be discarded, so I guess since we don't have Ultra Ball anymore, that does make sense to see, and sometimes you need that stadium immediately. There are 5 stadiums plus a Marshadow in this deck. That is how bad that Power Plant destroys Mewtwo and Mew, right? It is the almost only actual attacker that you'll play in this deck, so you need to have the stuff that can deal with it.
I show that we can just go with Reshizard if we have to, but
only against
If
this
Reshizard's
deck.
not an option, then
Yeah, you are not going to be able to go with one singular Reshizard against any other deck than this one. I'll just say that now, because it's yeah, it's gonna die a bit more easily than this, right? Because the only reason you did manage to get the shot is because Flare Blitz is gonna hit for weakness, right? If you're
another
not
thing
killing,
is how are you dealing with Safeguard?
well,
Yeah,
yeah, that's what the Greninja is supposed to be for,
Safeguard
I
is
guess.
this guy's
Yeah,
job.
but yeah, it can be a bit tricky for sure. Maybe if you're lucky enough, you can like snipe around it or something. And often cross division
Yeah.
is something you can end up using as well, because
Cross
if you,
division, Venom Shot Snipe around it.
yeah, I think that's most of the idea with it. It's almost interesting seeing decks like this and seeing like how few items and stuff there actually are in this compared to some of the decks we've seen prior, right? Like, we only have the bare minimum with it here is 11 or something, right? 8 search cards, 2 stamps, and a switch, and that is it. That's yeah, very different sort of playstyle to a lot of the decks we've seen recently, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why I chose it for this session, because it just I was looking at MewMew variants. This one just stood out as one that didn't quite fit in any of the single type variants, but it's also just a really weird list in general. But I knew it was good because it won Cologne.
Yeah, I mean, this is not the only time that I've seen Todd do this sort of toolboxy type thing. Even recently, we've seen one or two of the Lost Box pile stuff playing like. I mean, that deck generally plays 3 or 4 different energy types quite often, but yeah, it had a lot of different stuff in that one to do it as well. So this is not like out of the question for stuff, but there are definitely some interesting choices with it here for sure. So amusing thing with the Latios, if Power Plant is in play, you can attack with it without having more than 4 Pokemon in play, which is very funny, but not something you want to rely on, obviously, but it's funny. So, hey, Welder plus Psychic to it, and then it just goes, right?
I guess it's actually an option to attack in this matchup, because what the hell does this deck do against Tag Perch?
Yeah,
It has to attack with Hooper at that point, and that's not a good place to be.
not a great place to be, but
Not the Power Plant.
well, no, but it doesn't have to have the Power Plant down immediately with that, right? So depends what the situation is with it. You might just bounce the plant just to go for it, because if this is what's attacking, the energy has to have been diverted from elsewhere, right? So you might not get hit quite as hard in the other sections. I don't know. But yeah, it's always an option. Tag Purge is a really annoying attack after all, so there do be that. Right, wasn't quite expecting a full best of 3 off of that, but that is totally fine. Who are we playing for the stuff here?
I'll let you have this one, Sai.
Okay.
I want to my brain a bit. I had a feeling I was on the thinkier side of that matchup. I had a feeling.
Well, I think this one's going to be intriguing from what I have seen of this so far. I guess we will just have to see. What do we want?
Heads, please.
I am absolutely going first on this one.
That is unusable.
Shit. Yeah? So's this.
This one.
I know. This was going to be a really freaking good hand too if I had just one thing of it. Hello, Eevee. Also, all of the birds. This is the battle of the birds for in terms of stuff with it here. Okay. This is a hand that exists, alright. Okay, let's see what we can do. Don't know if that really helps. Alright, Pokegear.
I miss double rainbow energy sometimes.
Also doesn't help. I mean, I guess Lily is, like, usable, but... ugh. And yeah, I know you would want to just hit. Problem is, if you put yourself to sleep, you can't attack, so... You'd have to not use the ability, which isn't usually how this thing goes. Man, this hand freaking sucks. Whatever. Acro. This is the worst. I guess I'm ditching the other Acro because this is a U-turn board and I kind of want to put that down. So, alright, treasure, discarding, God knows what. I guess it probably has to be Pokémon, but I'm not happy about it. It just... His hand is just not amazing, so... I had a good supporter that it could have hit, but it just decided not to. All 4 of them are in the deck too, so rip me. Okay, it is treasure, so we do have to get this goober. I mean, I guess Lily's not like the worst thing in the world here, it just feels bad when I'm kind of down on not necessarily getting the basics hit this turn. Okay, at least all of those are around, that's all there. Everyone else seems okay, but I guess we'll find out as we go. Yeah, I'll just bench it because I'm going to Lily for the 5 here. Seems like it makes the most sense. And, well, that saves a bit of it. Get a bird down, get a very malleable bird. He could be a bird if he wants to be. And, I think I probably should do this, but it feels really weird too. No, I think this is okay. We've got the guy down. We've got potentially 2 birds. Yeah, I'm gonna leave the hand there. Go ahead.
We have our own board. And
yep.
Pokegear.
Mm-hmm.
That is a complete failure.
Oh dear. I was glad to at least get the Lily out of it.
Pokegear.
Mm-hmm. Also a fail. Okay.
2 Pokegears in a fails in a row is either really bad or a Lily in hand.
No, it's really bad. Stellar Wish.
Yep. I think we're both
There's
looking.
No point. No point continuing here.
Well, I guess we get the Pokegear,
Be down that
right?
many of them. Yeah, but be down that many of them turn 1.
I mean, I think you can still do stuff with this, right? Because you can grab the gear, at least see what we can ding off it.
You at least grab the gear and try again before scoop. You at least.
I mean, that is one, but it does nothing in this situation.
We got a welder.
So not weldering to a Jirachi.
Is it one of those 4 welder decks? Is it?
No,
Ah,
that doesn't help. Yeah, I at least had them available, but
you know, nothing was usable there. I can't afford to welder to a Jirachi.
alright.
Same as
Well,
last time since it was a non-start.
okay, fair enough. I guess in that case we'll just go that way.
That's not
'Cause if
ideal,
I'm-
but okay.
If I'm going first, then it doesn't matter too much. Ah, the Heatran, okay. Fair dues, fair dues. Right, well, we have a bird. We have a bird and we have a board, so we will do that bit first. This is weird because I don't exactly know what I want to do out of this hand. Because I have, like, some of the pieces, but I know that I'm not going to get to keep them this turn anyway, because my supporter in hand is a shuffle draw. So, what pieces do we value off of this here? I guess I'll acro and see if we can find a better supporter for this. The answer to that is a definite no. Oh, shoot. Which one do we take with that, then? I'm gonna have to just discard that anyway. Yeah, I would probably have to discard it anyway. We'll discard Tantalizer, because the card is Treasure. So we'll do Treasure, discard Pokémon, see what we're working with here. Yeah, I've still got all 4 of them in the deck, and they just didn't show up to work today. That's fine. Right, it is Treasure, so we do have to get ourselves the LGM. Seeing 1, 2... It's the old price count sort of bit with it here. Pretty sure I only play 3 of that at this point. That's definitely free. I think that's at least 4. Okay. I know a reasonable amount of them, so that's good enough. And then, yeah, we're gonna have to Cynthia, so... I'm not discarding triple acceleration energy to Mysterious Treasure. That seems like a really bad idea in the deck that needs it like this. Oh boy, okay. Well, I guess we'll just put one of these down on the bird so I don't draw it again if I get reset stamped. I might as well put it here as well. I'm not going to discard it for anything else. Yeah, I just drew all the boards. Go ahead. So many boards.
Pidgey, Restaurant's Legacy.
That's what I was looking for. Lecture kind of is really good here. In comes the
Only
bird.
LGM's Pro Skater. Bird.
Oh my god.
Oh god, I missed a bird joke. Damn it! Pidgey, damn it.
Yep, 2 Pidgeotto and the
Pidgeys, 2
Pidgey
birds.
down. Yep.
Yeah. Pokegear.
Yep.
I mean, that's funny, but do I want to do that? We'll take it out of the deck so I don't draw it again, I guess.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know, I mean, it's good to get more birds, right? So, like, that's possible.
Go ahead.
Yep.
I don't think hot burning right now.
No,
is the play.
I don't think it is either. Oh boy. See, now it's my turn to have drawn it like 1 turn too late here. Is all of this TCG history series leading up to the current meta? That's the idea, eventually. We still have a whole generation before we even get close to that, but that's the idea. Eventually we'll get there, right? If we keep up like this. Right, I have a Pidgeotto. So, yeah, in a year. Right, I have Pidgeotto, so we at least get that. This is super annoying, because, like, now I have Lecture, but it's the turn after I really needed it here, which is just frustrating, you know? Maybe I should have played all the boards down with it too, because now if I get something else out, it's like, that could end up being tricky as well. Pokegear, see what we can get at the very least. Cynthia doesn't really do much in this hand either, I don't think, so yeah, I think we'll fail that one. Because I do have a Lily, so I think drawing 4 is probably better here. We'll bird, see what we can do with that. Look at the top 2, 1 goes to the bottom. Oh my god, seriously? Alright, whatever. That is a set of cards that exist. I guess we'll play it. Shrine can go down, because, I mean, there is a GX in play, so there is that. I think I'm just going to put 2 of these down. I almost feel like I need to preserve this right now, which is kind of sad to say. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna pass it that. Go ahead. U-turn boards do reduce retreat by 1, and if they get discarded from field, they go back to hand. So, yep. And we knew the bird squad was coming down.
Barry Flint discarding Elm's Legacy and Custom Catcher.
Lecture, yeah.
Lecture, sorry.
Legacy would be a pretty solid card for him to have, though. I mean, professors have got quite the show for that, right?
So all these are fires.
Yep. I'd be somewhat disappointed if there were anything else, considering.
Welder.
Yep. That's a problem.
Pepper. What the hell's going on here? These draws are atrocious.
You had not even seen. Yeah, we'll start using the birds. You hadn't seen what I drew off of the last bit there. I had my freaking bird was two of the exact same card, which I already had in hand. So so that's one.
Airmail.
Yep. The birds have begun. Which is a bother when I'm significantly behind in the bird war already, but you know, I'll get that down. Yep. And we have the bounce. Yep. Discard the fire. Yep.
Yet another bird and Steaming Stomp.
Yep, so 130, the U-turn board goes back into hand, thankfully. This goes up, and we will draw. Okay, well, this is immediately happening. I have the shrine, so we'll bounce the Heat Factory away. Lost zone.
Okay.
I think I'm going to use...
I wouldn't listen main for it regardless.
Yeah, but still. I'm going to use the Pidgeotto here. Okay, that helps. To the bottom with your, because we do have ourselves Beheeyem, so we can actually get that going now, which is good. That means I should probably use Elm's Lecture this turn then. As much as I really want to get the Ninetales, I think I need to get myself set up with the other stuff here, and it's a bit of a risk as to whether I could even get the Ninetales off of this right now, so... we're going to grab ourselves a Ditto, a Pidgeotto. One of these is going away. I mean, that's what the Ditto is for, so we're probably fine with that. Yeah, grab ourselves the Pidgey. I think... Yeah, because I prized both of the other things I would like to get off of it here. That's the other two, I've just realized that. Yeah, okay, that's very funny, but... yeah, one of these has got to be a sacrifice then, it looks like. Yeah, so this should be fine then. So that goes to hand, that's going to go there. I do have the triple acceleration, so we can go there. I guess I've got to work out then which one of these has got to be the sacrifice for this stuff. It is probably just you, but we can get the board down anyway so that it doesn't do weird stuff. And yeah, we can Mysterious Noise. 90 damage, shuffle this guy back into the deck, item lock on the next turn. Which means this has to go up at the moment. It's not great, but...
Airmail?
Yep. Bird one. And here is the actual workhorse of the deck. Bottom, yeah. If you're going to use the second one, I wouldn't put... I mean, I guess I wouldn't put it back, but it's easier probably if you do, isn't it? I'm just... the way I end up doing this myself is I just end up, like, picking them off and then just, like... But that's just...
Item locked specifically?
Item locked specifically, yeah.
This is not an item?
It is not an item, so it will ding in there, yep. That is totally fine.
Airmail in second?
Yeah, supporters, stadiums...
That's a very good one.
Yeah, supporters and stadiums, totally fair game. Yeah, That is indeed pretty good.
Third airmail?
Yep, mail the third. Like, this should be a reasonable matchup for you, especially compared to one or two of the other bits we've seen with this. So, guess we'll see how it pans out.
And then again, we'll Steaming Stomp.
Yep, not much to do about that. I mean, this guy goes in because it's still got 0 retreat, so... Yeah, now the problem is I have to keep chaining this, which is where it's going to get tricky. I'm going to have to go with the second Pidgeotto here. Like, I wish I could have done more to sort of disrupt the stuff with it there, but again, pricing's kind of bad here, so oh well. We'll Acro. Yeah, that's fine. Discard the Lecher so we can Acro again. Discard the Lecher. Because now we do have the Ninetales. It's a bit late, but I mean, it's got 110 HP, so it does kind of force a triple energy discard from this thing, so that's kind of okay. Problem is, now I need the Beheeyem, which I do not have at the moment. So, Bird 1. Okay. Just thinking, do I want to shuffle then at this point? Because there's the other sort of bit. That's the weird thing with the birds, right? Because the stuff goes on the bottom of the deck. It's not necessarily wrong to just be like, I'm going to use the birds now so I don't draw into what I've already put on the bottom of the deck. But I wouldn't mind if I did draw into what I put on the bottom of the deck here, so this is a weird one. Yeah, I'm going to treasure discarding that U-turn board. And grab the Beheeyem here. So do that, have the TCE, and then we will we'll use our Cynthia for the bit. Still got one bird to use. Okay, get that down. I think I will just do the shrine thing so you can't just Ultra Space for another Blacephalon that easily. Use our second bird. I think it feels bad no matter what, so yeah, we'll just grab that. And then we are going to probably just bench another one, because I don't really have a lot else that I'm throwing in here with it. Yeah, retreat out and go with the Mysterious Noise to get our knockout. Ninetales is going to go up here, I'll shuffle up and take my 2.
Ultra Space.
Yep. Well, can't do anything if you've got like 4 stadiums in a row, so, you know, well, 3, but like, yeah. Yep.
Airmail.
Yep. Bird the first. Yep. Okay, just keep a careful eye on the order with the stuff here, because that's going to be the topmost card if you do it that way.
Airmail.
Yep.
And again.
Yeah, this is the thing of like maybe being a bit slow getting my own setup with the stuff here. This is going to be really tough to like get over at this point.
Welder.
Okay. Don't double attach to it. It doesn't discard from field, it discards from hand.
Okay.
And then draw 3.
Problem is recurring the fire energy.
That's the thing that I'm hoping is going to be an issue. I have to keep like getting you off of the bit. Yeah.
I'm gonna keep these aside in case Victini comes out.
That's the other problem point. Yeah. So we've got Fireball Circus that discards 3 fire here to do 150. Is enough to get the KO. And yeah, the hope. I mean, that's triple welder at the very least down. The hope is that I can somehow like keep you off of this long enough. But I don't know if I can see myself doing that here. Well, if any card is going to help do it, Reset Stamp is a pretty good one. I think I'm just firing that immediately here. Like, yeah, the birds are going to get a lot of the stuff going again, but that is a huge-ass deck to go through. So, if anything's going to help, it's going to be that. Let's use the Pokegear here. Yeah, I might end up needing that here, so... I think that's good enough, because yeah, I'm looking at the rest of the hand going, even if I play half of this down, I don't think I need to feed that. Yeah, I'm probably using that this turn, actually, looking at things, so... If I hadn't drawn Reset...
I want to put Lusamine in this somewhere.
Yeah... If I hadn't drawn Reset Stamp, I probably wouldn't have done that, but... Given what I have here, I think that's going to be important. Right, Vulpix might as well go down. I might need the thing again here. And, how many are we at now? So 7, 8, 9, 10. I think the deck was on like 14. Okay. Still kind of awkward because you still just only need 2 to KO anything I have at the moment. So let's force one of them on the board. Welcome too late to the party because he was prized. Welcome to the board, Kumi. I'm going to put the U-turn board on that, and I'm going to Cynthia here. Hand is nothing but supporters, so... It's not looking too great. I've still got both of the birds, but... Good fucking god, okay. Pokegear. Oh, I would have gotten it if I just... Oh, whatever. That's so frustrating. There's TC in the top 4, and that's what I need. Oh, it happens. It happens. I think Judge is probably what I pick up here. That's what I was going to do if I didn't draw the Reset Stamp, but... Okay, we have 14 cards, 4 of which are triple acceleration, and we're seeing 4 into the deck, so... Here's hoping. Bird number 1. That is not one of them. Okay. Draw that. Bird number 2. See any better? Nope. Yeah, no, you've. I should see what it is because if you don't get there, no, you've got triple bird in play. Whatever. Just. Show me the Fire Crystal and we can just wrap this one up and play in a third thingy with it.
I don't have it yet. Bird number 1.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I whiffed. There's nothing else I can say with it. Yep, I just whiffed. I needed a third bird, but my third bird is in the prizes, so I couldn't have my third bird. I prized like 5 Pokemon in 4 Pokemon and 2 PikaRoms in this game, so like I don't know what I was really meant to do with that.
You did correct reset stamping me because I would have had a double custom catcher.
Well, I would have played Judge if I didn't get a reset stamp, so you wouldn't have had it anyway. Right, one more try, since we've done like 3 games on the other bit with it. We've got one that basically you said didn't start on your own end, and then we've had the one that was just like kind of okay with me. Might as well think of the third one. Jesus Christ, what do I prior take out of this? You know what? This is probably kind of annoying at the start of the game, so have some goo. Right, see what we can do. I feel like I probably just start with the Acrobike. Yeah, that makes sense. Discard the Cynthia, because we have ourselves an Elm. Finally get to play this on turn 1, by the way. I've whiffed this every single game so far out of the 2. Like, both games have whiffed this turn 1, so finally get to actually play it, which is quite a relief. With that, I think we grab the Ditto for sure. We grab at least one that way. We do that into that. Oh, that is horrendous. Why are 2 of those prized? Is that just going to destroy this game as well? That is really rude. I think we just grab LGM. Yeah, I've just had no luck whatsoever with prizing in these games. I mean, its story is as old as time with this so far, but like, yeah, I just really haven't had any luck on that side. It's fine. Get ourselves down another bird. I think that is going to do for this first turn. Go ahead.
Get bored, Stellar Wish. I mean, yeah. It feels bad that this is going down early, but yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Discard to draw
Keep
3.
factory.
Yep.
Professor Elm's lecture.
You get there. That's pretty good. Yep. Behold, the Bird Squad. I like how this is just a bird game, you know? That's all it is at the moment. It's kind of fun.
And go ahead.
Okay.
Actually, attach.
Yeah, you should probably attach. Yeah. Do you want to flip for the sleep? Because I might not be getting the attack this turn. Okay. Well, I mean, of course I have at least one bird. It's a bit of a stinker of a hand, to be honest with you. I think I use bird first here. This game fucking sucks sometimes. Oh my god. Alright, well, I'm gonna bench that. Acro. Fuck this. I'm sorry. Not only is that the case, I've also prized 2 of these. So, sorry, but fuck this. I can't play off of this anyway. I drew and prized the absolute worst I possibly could off of that. I really wish I could give you a better game off of that, but I don't know if you'd be willing to even attempt to finger for that, so, yeah.
I mean, if Pepper wants a game against Item Lock, feel free.
The funny thing is, I had a backup deck I didn't know if I wanted to bring in, which is also kind of in a disgusting range.
I don't enjoy playing against Item Lock.
Well, yeah, it's understandable, but
I still have my other deck. I still have my Malamar and PikaRom decks, but I do also have I pulled up a these to the wrong side.
I see.
I'm at the bottom of my barrel at this point for things I'm interested in. I'm at the bottom. It's like, well, we're gonna have one of those weeks.
you know, like, I have no idea how that would go as far as a matchup. I can't imagine good for you, because you have absolutely nothing that can beat Ninetales, right? So I can't imagine this is good for you.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Like, you also lose to Ninetales, and you probably don't beat even the Gumi in the active, to be fair.
Yeah, now I'm thinking, well, that's just kind of bad.
I can't imagine that's going to go well for you if you try that.
So I'll bring up something reasonable then in my other lists. Unless you got the deck you want to throw in Cal to go against it. Am I taking
I
ideas at
mean,
this point?
I
Do you
do
wanna
have,
try
I
the
do
casino?
have, I do have something very silly that can go in here. Yeah. Before we do that, then we might as well talk about these decks before we forget, because
Pepper, do you want to try the casino? See how your luck goes with it?
It sounds like Cal has a better idea.
Fair.
I have an entertaining looking thing to thingy with it. So yeah, if we're going up, that's fine. So yeah, I think it will be. Yeah, just. So the funny thing is with this deck, this is one I did pass over. Baby Blacephalon Birds is actually something that happens quite a bit in the next format. I'm not actually that sure why, to be fair, because you'd think it would just get dumped by ADP, but I guess you can kill it in one hit fairly readily with the stuff that's here, so maybe it's still okay. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but it's something that was at the very tail end of this format that it did get like a toppled or started to get some championship points and stuff, and it is really cool. One of the things, we didn't really show the Blacephalon deck before it lost stuff like energy retrieval and the some of the other bits that we had prior to rotation, but it's a really powerful single prize attacker, right? You can do most of the same things that a regular Blacephalon would do, the GX one, but it goes from the hand instead of the field, so you don't play the Naganadel lines with it. But that means that Fire Crystal is insane for the deck, Energy Retrieval was really good at the time. Fisherman could technically still be played, but I think it'd be a bit clunky in here, to be honest. You do need the free energy attach to do the stuff. We had Wishful Baton that used to do the transfer bit, so we didn't have to worry quite so much about resources straining. But this is still really good, and the birds let you add a lot of consistency, as we saw in the second game there. So, yeah, the fact of Elm's Lecture can get the big bird as well as the regular bird makes this like super efficient to set up. And yeah, once you get going with it, it's just like your energy resources should be well enough managed where you can, with 14 fire and 4 crystals, you can most likely get the KOs that you need. And just in case you can't, Victini can put the stuff back into the deck instead. So if you
I
end
just
up
needed you to whiff a single turn, really.
Yep, pretty much. As soon as that happened, it was very tricky. I missed the fact that both my Goomies were prized was really unfortunate, because yeah, they die very easily, but at the same time, they also force you to attach a 4th energy if you want to go down that route, which like realistically, if I could have done this early, I suppose you would have just hot burned it, so it's not that big of a deal, but it would have irritated, to say the least, if I could have forced it on the Heatran early. Yeah, whiffing the one of the Ninetales was also prized, so like whiffing that early as well was kind of annoying. Basically, we saw the idea with this deck. It hits for 90 for the triple acceleration energy, shuffles it back into the deck so the triple acceleration doesn't get discarded like it normally would do at the end of the turn, and item locks on the next turn as well. You then throw up one of the 2 sort of Warmons, either the Goomy, which makes the opponent pay more to attack, or the Ninetales, which makes it so that GX and the X Pokemon can't hit you. Unfortunately, this deck doesn't really fall foul of either of those, as well as the fact of 90 is not enough to KO the Blacephalon, so this is actually a really not amazing matchup for me in the first place, so the fact of I prize so many Pokemon there kind of really hurt as well. Like, this is the only thing that's like not necessarily in against you here is the fact of like, well, you know, Fire Crystal is tough, so like you might end up being a little bit short if enough KOs and stuff get taken, but you also don't have to expend very many resources to take most of the KOs, right? You get the energy in play, and then like Ninetales is the worst one, but I've got to chain that, which is not very easy. Everything else is 2 energy discard, and you're taking prizes faster than I can. So for the most part, and that's to say nothing of Heatran can just one-shot everything that isn't Ninetales, right? And of course Victini can do stuff too. So like, honestly, I don't think this is a good matchup for me in the first place. This beats like most of the other things that are around, but this is definitely not one of them, for sure.
I think I figured out why people played this. It's dirt cheap. The Blacephalon isn't even a holo.
Yeah. Oh yeah, cost effectiveness. This is like one of the most budget decks that you could play, right? There's very little in here
Like
that would cost
5
anything.
holos, or 6 holos with the piece. That's the only holos you have to play.
Yeah, and when you consider the fact that the Jirachi came out in that battle deck that thingied in, this ends up being much nicer. Yeah.
You have three things higher than rare.
Mm-hmm.
People played it because it was cheap and decent.
Yeah. But it's effective
Sometimes
in
that's
its
all
own.
you need.
Yeah, but it's effective in its own right too. The fact of it was winning tournaments as well doesn't mean that, doesn't like, you can't take away from that fact, right? This thing was winning stuff. It wasn't just the fact of it was a budget deck that you could play. It was also really good. So yeah, people are gonna gravitate to that sort of thing quite a bit. You could say a similar
popular
thing.
with juniors.
Yeah, potentially could be good there too. You could say.
At this point, juniors are pretty well tutored.
Oh yeah.
It's not necessarily the tutor thing. It's cheap.
Yeah, so like getting to events and stuff can still be quite expensive because obviously the parents have to foot that sort of bill, right? So if possible, it's nice to be able to play like a deck that doesn't cost the most amount in the room, right?
It's also something kids can play with, and you're not too worried about. Oh, this is going to cost a lot to replace a card if there's a schoolyards incident.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Meanwhile, yeah, we basically did see the stuff with it here. I don't have 4 Pidgeotto in this deck because I think that brick's just a little bit too much for the stuff. It's hard to find space in this list, to be fair. I do have the Judge instead of one of the Lilies, I think, or maybe it was like a Tantalizer or something. But I think the Judge is quite good here as well because you only really have like 1 reset stamp that you could play with the stuff here. And if you're item locking the opponent, they can't play half the cards anyway. Judge is really good just to force all those cards back in the deck, right? So it's a tale as old as time here. I think despite the fact that they come back to hand, you do have to play the 40 U-turn board in here because if you only play the 3, you probably don't find it in time. That was one of the issues I had in the last game actually, because if I could have at least gotten Mysterious Noise off, I might have still kept in that game a bit more. But I didn't have the board. I had everything else, but not the board, so whatever. And there was a Blizzard Town in here. Maybe that actually could have been okay, but you've got enough stadium cards, you're going to just bounce it anyway. But Blizzard Town prevents Pokemon with 40 or less HP remaining from attacking, so that would have actually helped against the Blacephalon a bit as well. Like, we hit it with the 90 and then it can't attack next turn unless you bounce the stadium. But realistically, I think Shrine is better in almost every other matchup, because you just need the extra damage on the GXs. They are far more common than this, right? Like, this is an anomaly for only having 1 GX Pokemon in the deck, to be fair. So, I think Shrine in general is a much better card to have. So, yeah, there's probably other ways you could do it as well. Power Plant could be pretty good here as well to prevent Dedenne from discarding all the items and fun stuff like that. It's not necessary against MewMew per se, because you hit that for weakness anyway, so that's one of your best matchups because you 2-shot it. But yeah, that's this deck in a nutshell. There are a few things that obviously loses to, and you do have to play a stadium because Lysander Labs will wreck you if you don't, right? Because it turns off the U-turn board. That's the other reason to play 4 actually, because if Lysander Labs is in play when the Pokemon gets KO'd, U-turn board does not go back to the hand because it's blocked at that point. So you do still need to have enough of them in order to make stuff work. So yeah. Oh, like I said, it is a lot of fun. It was a rogue deck at Worlds. I know it's not necessarily quite as fun to play against per se, but as you can see, it's not something that you can just like plug and play. There is a lot of setup that is involved in the stuff there, so I still think it's interesting, and I don't know, it's not paralysis lock like Gothitelle Trap and stuff was, so I am still okay with it. Right, I put my other deck over here, so I guess we should. Which are we gonna shift Psy, or are we gonna shift other bit?
Oh, hang on.
We're gonna shift that way. Okay, I can do that.
So, what's this funny idea you got? So,
oh, I don't know. We'll see, right? It's just a funny little guy. I wouldn't worry about it too much.
What war crimes have you planned?
Well, I mean, you said you weren't bringing like a super cereal deck, so I was like, you know what, fine, we'll do silly for the last one here.
Oh, right. I thought you were giving me a silly deck. Sorry, I'm.
Oh no, I thought you had
Oh,
something else that
what
was
is
silly
this
that you
now?
wanted to bring in.
No, I was asking you if you had anything silly to go against it.
I see.
You wanted the game. Yeah, I was confused. Sorry.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
is that is a good. I have no idea because I don't have all of them like thingy for it at this point here.
None of my decks really go against it that well. Tina just wrecks it. PikaRom isn't the greatest.
Oh, I'm not
like,
playing. I'm not playing the
MewMew deck,
Beheeyem. I'm not playing the Beheeyem again with it. That's the whole point of why we did the
okay.
set description thing. Because
you know, I'll just bring back the Malamar deck. If it's not going to wreck you too hard, is it going to wreck you too hard?
probably not. I don't know. It's a silly deck anyway. Who really cares?
We can go for a round 2 with something else.
It's all good. It's all good. We probably don't need too many with this one anyway. It's a silly thing.
Heads.
You got it.
I will go first.
All right. That gives the game away immediately, I'm afraid.
Oh, right.
Fair, I don't think you've. No, you have gone against that, ladies.
Okay, yeah. Nope.
Okay. This hand could be worse, I think. Alright. So Mo is there, and yeah. See what we can do.
Empty. Discard Psychic.
Yep.
Keep it simple. Just get an Inkay. Fetch 2 Inkay. Iridium goes down.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, so
I might be alright with that. We'll see.
yeah, I should put the TinaChomp down blind into a shaming that doesn't tell me anything at all. So I've got a Lily for 6.
Fair enough, yep. Well, I mean, it tells you there's a shaman on the board, so. Ah.
Bench Sableye. Bench Psychic. Hard switch. And I am going to just quick look from here.
Okay.
Well, actually, we've got this spell attack on first. Spell attack first, then quick hunt. Let my idiot check. That's what I get for doing.
Yep, okay. We'll see what we can do. Alright, well that's amusing, but alright, Cherish Ball. What do we got? What do we got? Gang's all here by the looks of it. Yeah, I don't think this is a good matchup, but again, we'll see. It's probably not. Like, it's not meant to be fair. Like, to be fair, Malamar is a bad matchup for almost every deck, so, you know. We've been over this.
Yeah, like... I've been focusing on fewer decks, I didn't want to bring the... So, I don't have as many in my stockpile as I normally do.
I think we grab Zeraora with that. We're gonna fire the second one to grab the Ray. And we're gonna Misty's Favor for don't worry about it. It's okay. And there's no harm that can come to you. Let's use the Viridian to grab an energy. Probably. Does it? I mean, there's about the same, I think. There's one more lightning. If I'm looking at this setup, yeah, there's. Is it? Yeah, there's one more lightning, so we'll grab the lightning first. I mean, I did just get Zeraora, so that also is a thing. Bench the Ray, we will mill the 3 here. See what we can do. That's fine. Don't need any of those anyway. The MewMew is like really bad here regardless, so it's fine. Bit of a shame not to get the energy attached, but what can you do? Zeraora can go down. Lightning, I guess, will go on the Ray, and that will do. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping for a little bit more than that turn 1, but what are you gonna do, right?
Yeah. Well, if you're getting the MT, I'm just thinking I'm like this off. Yeah, I think it's not a Viridian here. No. Malamar?
Mm-hmm.
Actually fighting to the TinaChomp.
Yep.
And yeah, Cynthia from here.
Seems good.
PikaRom, shuffle in TinaChomp.
Yep. That's what I thought, yep.
Get Giratina.
Mm-hmm.
I have Viridian Forest, discard the Giratina.
Yep.
Psychic to hand. To here to the bench to
Yep. Yeah, which is why this is just not a matchup that I can play, but yeah. Yep.
Psychic onto the TinaChomp. And I will quick hunt.
Fair enough. Yeah, because that's just the issue, is that what am I supposed to do about this, you know? Now everything just dies immediately with what's out, so there's There's basically no point. This deck is unbeatable for something like this. Yeah, we'll fire them. So we get the top
I was
12.
a bit worried that some random gent would lose this, that's why I offered throw a different deck in, but...
Okay. I still don't think this wins, but...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We got 6.
That hat lace was magical. It'll hide your loss, I'm sure.
I think probably something along the lines of that seems pretty fine. See, the problem is you've got a Sableye in the active, and that's not really something I can work with. We can attach there. We'll use the Viridian, discard the Dana, because I can't use that anyway at this point. Grab ourselves another one of them. And, yeah, we're gonna Flower Storm for 240 on the second turn. You know? As one does.
No tag. Oh. Do I decide to beat that?
I mean, I went second and your board is already established. I've lost this game anyway, so... Let's be real.
What's the 4 on the Zeraora?
Okay. I'm like, I have no idea how you throw so hard from here that, that there's a decision to be made, but we'll see.
Venturachi. Give it a skateboard.
Mm-hmm.
Psychic on the TinaChomp.
Yep.
Yeah, well, Lily.
Okay.
Oh, mean.
Drew the double
I was
catcher.
going to GG end, but instead I just draw a double catcher.
Yeah, I mean, again, it doesn't matter. This deck is unbeatable for what you're thinking in with it anyway. Like, what am I supposed to do? Especially going second. There is literally nothing I can do to beat this. So... that's just how it is, right? Tina is unbeatable. Well, if you want. Tina's unbeatable for, like, every deck in the format, though, let's be real. Unless you have, like, literally hard counted against it, that deck is unbeatable for everything. And we've already gone over this, and you already knew that, so... let just be how it is.
Okay, let's see if it takes the attention mark.
I guess we should probably... yeah, I guess we probably should flip, shouldn't we, if it's a different deck. Yeah, we'll go first, why not? Well...
this could...
this game's already over, but, yeah, okay. We will draw.
Get my hand of making the same thing.
Well, I mean, I guess it depends what Pokegear gives, but, let's see. The problem is I really need, like, greens or something, but I can't play greens in a deck like this, obviously. So, I guess we're gonna have to take the next best thing and go with you. Which is not where I want to be, but it is how it goes. We'll use a second Pokegear here. Well, get the green one. I suppose that works. Right, so that obviously has to go to hand. I mean, we do attach for sure, and I think I have to just use the Stephen here. Which is not amazing, but it do be that way. The problem is I can't do everything I want within the scope of just these two, at least not for this turn. Is there anything I can do to mitigate that then? Like, I don't know what I can get within 3 cards that's going to actually get out of this spot is the thing. Because I think I need more. Well, I guess it depends what the draw ends up being as well, but I think I need more than just 3 in order to do anything here. Prizing doesn't necessarily help, but alright, I guess. Feels so bad, but I guess that's what we're doing. Alright, and that ends the turn, so go for it.
That's just Volkner.
Okay, yep.
Electromagnetic radar. No energy.
No energy, okay. I wonder why that. I wonder why that could possibly be.
God, lightning.
Oh no! I mean, that's a disaster. What are we gonna do?
PikaRom deaders. PikaRom. Attach the PikaRom. Deaders, discard, tag switch, energy, custom catcher.
Okay, yep.
I didn't do it for energy, I already had 4 in my opener, it's like, thanks.
I guess, yeah, that
Okay.
makes sense, Because now, yeah, you don't want to discard too many off of it, right? Because we can't really get them back, so you only really want to discard 2 so you can hit them off of the Coco, right?
Rachi, Absol, pass.
Okay, we will draw. That is one of the few cards that could have been actually insane in this if I just wanted another Pokemon so I could try and do my stuff here. And that is what we got. We got Cherish Ball because, yeah, the Stevens has to go for something. So, Cherish Ball, fin the deck seems pretty good. Literally the only draw that could have been better in that case for me to actually do stuff is if that was another Cherish Ball to fin the deck 1 card further. I am tempted to grab my own Deaders here actually because I think I probably will need that after this. The problem is I don't have anywhere else that's like insane to put the energy if I do that. I would like to have Fremons down for that. Can't really put Deaders down and then do the Lady combo. That's not how this works. But I think I still have to get it anyway because if I don't get it, I don't have follow-up and gonna need my follow-up here. Draw for turn was the Ray, so we're gonna do that first. This is to hand, obviously. Well, I get 1 this time. I get 2, okay. I think I take the grass, and I'm actually going to energy recycler this one back in. that was my like, you know, if I put free energy in the discard, that's gonna be my my fail safe. So that's fine. And then we have the 4, so let's fire them off. Look at our top 12. It's okay, I need like 9 energy in play for this, right? There's no way this is gonna happen, right?
Like, there's even 4 of them to match the magical hats me joke.
Indeed, indeed. The magical hat ladies. There you go. That'd be a good podcast name, right? So, here is the problem. All of these energy are going to be on like 2 dudes. But I did hit 6 again, so it's consistent, I'm telling you, this works. You know, it does what it needs to do with it. Right, so these definitely there, that definitely there, because that gives us the stuff for it. I think You've discarded a custom. I think we probably have to just overcharge the bench one first here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that's like 8 energy down. I don't want to risk. I really want to attach to something else, but I don't want to risk that I'm not going to draw it, is the thing. Oh, but it would be so much better if I didn't. Oh, fuck. I hate decisions like this of just being like, well, what are you going to do? Huh? Are you going to just be like, not get the turn attach or what? Because I need to put it down. I'll show what I have, right? This is the dilemma. Do I risk that I'm going to draw another one off the next 6, given that I have already stripped, like, 10 energy out of the deck? It's possible, but, like, is it worth the risk? Or am I...
KO and not, isn't it? And a KO here looks rather important.
Yeah, because it stops you doing this without recourse, right? I think I'm going to just play safe and attach. And we're going to just discard this one.
Do.
Yeah.
How many energy down you are?
I am very likely to still draw another one because that's just over half the energy in the deck total, but it's not worth the risk. And yeah, I would be right, but I also have treasure, so I could still get to Ray anyway, so it's probably fine. Because yeah, we're gonna discard the.
You can still store wins and like it keeps you in.
Yep. So that is going to get the Ray, and the Ray is going to mill the free here as well, because I can still accelerate the one that's already in the discard, even if I don't hit another one. So that is fine. Yeah, ideally I was thinking we would hit another one. I guess I should have discarded the lightning instead of the grass, thinking about it. It doesn't matter too much, but like, I still have Coco potentially, so I could have discarded the lightning instead of attaching it to the Ray here. That would have been more optimal, but whatever, who cares? Put this down as a 0 retreat pivot, and we will Dragon Break for 300 on the second turn going first. That is the deck. That's all it does. If you beat that, I'm screwed, but have at it. That is what this does.
Tap the Rachi.
Yep.
There you go. They're playing the Rachi card. Oh. Yes, you better do anything. Ah, no. Yes, I pulled a radar. Wait, I think I'm just dead on this mess because I have Faulkner, but
I will admit this is not an easy place to come back from, considering. I would not envy the spot here in the slightest. This is the thing of like, I went first this time and I still got the combo turn 1, so like, you know.
what should I do? You know, I think I've got one way of living and it's really stupid.
I mean, if you KO this one on the bench, it really sucks for me.
I gotta choose between getting the Rachi out and getting a KO this turn at this point is the problem.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know how you get the Rachi out if you don't get the KO. If you, I mean, I don't know how you get the KO if you don't get the Rachi out, right?
Yeah. But if I get the KO, I'm just gonna die in response.
Fair,
so I'm gonna have to drag in this Rayquaza and hope you don't have attaches.
Oh yeah, I see the thing. Yeah, fair enough.
I'm gonna try and fix this board next turn.
Okay. Well, regardless, you're not going to be able to die this turn because I don't have access to customs in this deck, so I can't KO the PikaRom here. Yeah.
Stop. Down. No, so and pass it back to you there.
Yep. You might as well flip in case I can't get there, right? Because that might end up mattering.
It's easy for you.
Yeah.
It's a free energy cost retreat, and you have to find a second attached to Tempest.
Right, so the problem is that I need a lightning in order to make it work. The other problem, none of the cards in my hand are playable before I Cynthia. So, because it's all this. That's the deck. So, half of those were off the prizes. So we need a lightning off of this, which lightning might be a bit hard to get to, but thankfully we are sometimes good at this game. Very occasionally, not all the time. I'm gonna Cherish Ball to grab probably another. Does another Ray just seal it? I've got 11 energy in play at the moment. If I get the Ray. Problem is, I really want the Coco, but I don't have access to Coco.
It was probably a mistake to go in for Archie there. Probably should have just gone in with PikaRom and did that line, blew out.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna grab the Ray. It's probably the best here. And yeah, with the Zero Retreat bypassing the Absol, we can go there and Dragon Break for 330.
Now you show up. I have a Volkner in hand. Is there anything I can get out of this? I don't think so with the Rai dead.
We need an infinite crushing hammer, that's what we need. Infinity crushing
Bigger,
hammer, there you go.
Coin flip.
Yeah, I scoop.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I had Thunder Mountain so I could go in at any time, so I could attack at least. But
Well, I got an energy off the prizes, so I was guaranteed with the way this setup was that I could have enough, right? Because if you attack with this, then I have 8 energy in. I have 8 energy in play already, so like that's fine. You can't.
Yeah, my only chance there was to go in straight with PikaRom. Don't try anything fancy. Then throw Mountain down. Probably Volkner for the second catcher. Drag the high energy one in. Blow it up.
Yeah.
Actually, I can't blow it up. They've got bleep thingy power.
You need electro power to blow it up. Yeah. Well, you could tag bolt, right? You could just tag bolt for 200. That would be the way.
Yeah, tag bolt for 200. I'd have to blow it up that turn.
Yeah.
Losing tag bolt there does leave me in a pretty bad spot going further into the match, but it's like, well,
you've not got it
after that start.
Yeah, there's literally nothing else you could do. So yeah, that's it in a nutshell. I just like, if we were going silly for the final thing, this is the silliest it could be. I actually do have a little bit to like actually to speak on this deck. Not that it's more just like history stuff with it really, but because I think that's kind of cool. This is the PikaRom that we saw before. Unfortunately, yeah, Malamar is just... Like, I thought about it in the middle of the game, and I was just like, well, I probably just can't beat Giratina by itself. But even looking at it as well, I don't really have a way of dealing with the TinaChomp that effectively if it's not out, like, to start with, right? So, maybe if I went first and had that hit on the first turn, right? So you wouldn't have had all of the setup that quickly. Maybe we could have been in some sort of spot for it, but you know, I don't think there was really much of a way even at that. But at least then I could have dissuaded you from going in with the TinaChomp because I would have had significantly more energy in play, right? And no, you wouldn't have had all the damage specifically down. That's about it. It's not a good matchup though, looking at it. But yeah, this deck is a bit of a wild card for me, for sure. It's a bit of a silly one, but I came up with this mostly because, and you'll see why I'm using this art instead, is specifically because this is the one that made this deck in the first place. This was a rather expensive product in real life at the time, but my brother was playing in local leagues and stuff, and he was like actually collecting the stuff. He helped me get back into TCGO in the first place with some of the extra stuff, and he was giving me like the codes. He wasn't going to use them anyway, so he gave me codes to get a playset of this one online, and this was well past Rayquaza's best, right? So I was like, what do I do with this? Like, I want to use it because it's so cool, right? It just come out. It's like, yeah, expensive to get and all of the fun stuff, and it is a cool deck to play, but like, we don't have Vikavolt. Naganadel is okay, but not that good for it, right? And so I didn't really know what to do with it. And so I ended up making this stupid stuff instead, and it actually works amazingly well, as we can see. It's so dumb, but oh my god, does it ever work. So...
Yeah,
go on.
yeah, basically you just want to hope a tag team's active, delete it,
Yeah, more or less.
win on prize trade.
Yeah. And then we don't just have to hit with the Ray, obviously, because this is a bit fragile. The MewMew is pretty good into quite a few things as well, because it's a bit bulkier, and also, like, every kind of little bit with this deck just works. Obviously, if Power Plant is in play, this is going to have a much harder time, but we're not solely reliant on this guy to attack. So, like, okay, it's irritating, but we can probably deal with it. We don't even necessarily need to have the Ray's abilities live the whole time. It's just, yeah, we don't really have space to play stadiums because we need a ton of energy in this deck. That's the main sort of bit. We're playing 18. There's a reasonably heavy bias into the lightning because we've got more acceleration stuff for that. And also, yeah, like I said, every bit of this deck works well with each other. Obviously, Shaman is a single prize version of this that it can do the same amount of damage if it needs to. The Tapu Koko can accelerate energy that you excess ones that you've discarded with the Ray. And Zera Aura has full voltage GX. This is often one of the things, if you have discarded a ton on the first turn, you're often going to be able to do this attack with like Mewtwo and Mew or something. And that means that you're not super reliant on getting the Hat Lady combo off every single time. So yeah, we did it both times this time because that's just how the hands worked out. But if you have a reasonable board established, you can hit 6-7 energy on turn 2 without even doing the combo. And that's what makes the deck kind of cool, right? It's not as all-in as like the bird one that I played, although a couple of turns of Victini can sort of help there, but this can just go, right? You could be hitting 180 plus damage on turn 2 as a regular Ray deck, never mind with all the extra stuff that we have with it here. But if you get this off, oh boy, is the result explosive, you know? And that's pretty much it. Energy Recycler is a decent fit here because you can shuffle 5 energy back in and then do the Hat Lady combo later. You'll see I'm only on 2 of them this time as opposed to the 3 because we don't rely on it as much as the other decks. Yeah, it kind of sucks if you discard 1 or 2 of them, but you know, try and dig them out first, I suppose, is the answer to that. But even if, again, you don't have to do it every time. So I think it's reasonable enough that we can go ahead and play just the 2 of them this time and actually have more consistency. Because like a regular one of these isn't going to fit Dedenne. It's not going to be able to fit, well, maybe Tapu Koko, but like, it's not likely to fit there. Probably don't have space for the Recycler, definitely don't have space for a PikaRom, you know. But this just kind of works. And it's nice that Mysterious Treasure can get both the Ray and the Mew as well. That's the other sort of bit. It's like, well, most of your main attackers can be very easily searched compared to the regular bit here, because we have 7 search cards to do the bit, right? So, yeah. The only bad bit, you gotta play Steven's Resolve, because you can't play Greens. But Steven's Resolve can also let you search for Tapu Koko, so it's not all bad. You know, Greens can't do that, so sometimes it actually does work out. Like, you don't want to play them beyond turn 1 most of the time, but to be fair, if you get to like turn 2 or 3 and you've managed to do the Lady combo, what else is there even in the deck that you want to draw anyway most of the time, right? So I don't think it matters too much at that stage. It's just Misty's Favor 4 through 8, which is it is the way that we would have had to play these last set, but this just makes it better, you know. We can do what we need with it. And yeah, that's it, basically. It's a stupid meme deck, but it can do nearly 300 damage on turn 2 if you get the conditions right. So, there you go, you know. Shit happens. It's just very silly. And silly was the best way of finishing this, I think. I'm just sorry I couldn't really do it against the Malamar stuff, because, yeah, that's...
It's fine.
Like,
once again, PikaRom proves that it's surprisingly mid. I can
Yeah.
never start with it.
yeah, I know. It's weird. I mean, yeah, it's a bad start for the bit with it here, but I guess that's...
4 energy in the vault, there is not a great start, mate.
Yeah, I had 3 energy in the opener. I had the like 1 lady. I had Recycler and a couple of Pokegear, I think. Yeah, I had 2 Pokegear, I think, because I had to get the Stevens with one of them, if I remember rightly. It's just like, I really need another Pokemon here, but if I don't get the lady stuff, I'm not going to be able to do it next turn, and at that point I probably am too far behind, right? So I had to really balance out. That's why I went for the Pokegear before playing Stevens, because I thought, maybe if I can squeak access to a second one of them, so I can get 2 off of Stevens and get the Cherish Ball with a third one, maybe I can work it at that point. And, I mean, thankfully, the deck with having 4 Cherish Ball and 3 Treasure as well as the Pokemon that you could just hard draw, it's like, well, I'm okay odds into getting just one of them to do the thing, right? So, thankfully it worked out, but... I mean, yeah, you saw it. It's like, I got the Hat Lady's turn 2 both times. It doesn't always give you 6 energy, obviously, but it tends to give you like 4 is a reasonable count with this many energy in deck, right? So that's not unreasonable to see. And if you've been accelerating with the Ray as well, that adds up very, very quickly. So, yeah. It's a stupid deck. It's never going to win anything serious. You might get a game in locals and everyone will have a good time with it, but I just wanted to play the shiny one and actually do something with it, and that's what we did. So, yeah. I have a bit of nostalgia with this deck just because of that more than anything. I know it's not good, but just like the Chandelier stuff, sometimes you've got to play the silly things and just have fun with it, right? This is not the first time I've done this with Rayquaza, you will note, so, you know, I seem to have a bit of a history with these silly Ray cards and just being like, okay, what dumb shit can we do with them? Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much what I've got. If there's anything else you want to add before I close this off, just do it now.
No, I think I'm ready to start to close things up and start looking at the next set.
Yeah.
Same.
Do apologize.
I've been ready for a while.
Yeah, I apologize that we've spent a fair while on this one. I know some of it was because of like the new pack week and stuff as well, but like I apologize. I had so many things I needed to show in this round, and we did get through them all at the very least, all the most important ones. So thank you for indulging me on one of the few periods I actually have of like, you know, genuine. I played this stuff back in the year, right?
You certainly picked your eras, like black and white and now tag teams.
Yeah.
It gets worse from here.
It's all good.
I've looked up lists in early Gen 8 and there's things there. Like, it's not completely dead, but...
I know. We'll get there as we do, though. For now, on YouTube side, thank you for watching, and until next time, when you'll hear me speaking for over an hour on this next set, because there's over 60 cards in the set that are worth talking about, to say nothing about the size of the set. Yeah, have a good